All right. Buenos dias, clase. Welcome to our yellow day, our e-learning for Spanish 1. This is Unit 4, Lesson 4, which obviously you have arrived because you have found this video. So I just want to give a couple of things that we are doing today, do a quick lesson. But before we get there, we have a couple of announcements. So as some of you know, depending on what class period you have me, because I have Spanish 1 periods 2 periods 5 and 6. So this past Friday I was out. Today I'm out, even though I know you guys are at home. I'm supposed to be at work. And the tomorrow, which will be Tuesday, I'll be out due to my husband and daughter being exposed to someone who tested positive. So that means that we have quite a bit of sub work going on, that my classes are a little off. So be patient as I try and get back into things when I come back on Wednesday. So my only announcement as of right now is period 5, since you did have me, or sorry, since I was not there for your class on Friday, I was supposed to check your vocab list. That will be checked on Wednesday when I come back. So also you had stem changing practice on Canvas, and I need those to be turned in because I only have 8 of them so far, and I think you had plenty of time to do it in class. Now my periods 2 and 4, you will be doing this activity, the stem changing practice, tomorrow, Tuesday, because you will be having a sub in class as well. So my even periods, I won't see you till Thursday. My odd period, I will see you Wednesday. All right, so if you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to me. But we have today's lesson. Something I realized that we aren't super great at is how to use 2 verbs in a sentence. So I only have 2 or 3 slides that I want to run through. It's pretty simple, but we do need to get used to seeing it because you're going to use it for the rest of Spanish. So let's look at some English. So notice that I have 2 examples, and in every example, there's one sentence with one verb, and there's a second sentence with a second verb. Oh, I just realized I have a typo right here. Let me fix it. 2 verbs. There we go. Okay, so our first one says, I sleep 8 hours. There's only one verb in the sentence, and that's our word to sleep right here. Then our second one says, I want to sleep 8 hours. So want is a verb, and so is to sleep. Our first verb that comes is to want. So no longer does this sentence have one verb, but it has 2 verbs. Now, if we look at the bottom, it says she plays basketball every day. Again, plays is our only verb here. And so it's a singular verb sentence. The second one doesn't say she plays basketball every day, but it says she prefers to play basketball every day. One saying a statement, the other one saying her preference. So putting one extra verb in there not only changes the verb setup and conjugation, but it also changes the meaning of the sentence. So again, 2 verbs. And there is also a difference between I sleep 8 hours and wanting to sleep 8 hours. Again, big difference. So let's look at the Spanish. These aren't the exact same sentences. I use different ones. So the first one says, Yo prefiero la clase de matemáticas. I prefer math class, meaning you want to go to it. You prefer it over other ones. That has one verb. The second one changes changes the sentence completely by saying, Prefiero faltar la clase de matemáticas, which means I prefer to miss math class. Maybe you don't like it. If you had to skip a class, that's the one you'd be. Notice that we have a conjugated verb in each one, but the second one has an infinitive verb after it. Notice I don't conjugate that one. Infinitive means ends in AR, ER, IR. I don't conjugate it because I don't want to say I prefer I miss math class. You can just say I prefer to miss math class. So conjugated verb, infinitive. Same thing for our second one. It says, ellos quieren una hamburguesa. They want a hamburger. And the next one says, they want to eat a hamburger. Now, this may not sound like a huge difference by the meaning of the sentence, but grammatically it changes it. So the first one has one verb and conjugation. The second one has first verb is conjugated, second one in the infinitive. Ellos quieren comer una hamburguesa. So that's the kind of comparison that we're looking at, especially when I realized this when we started writing our sentences for our posters, that we had some mishaps that maybe we haven't gone over this yet. So here's kind of how to create a grammatically correct sentence with 2 verbs. So you first start off with your subject, then your conjugated verb, then your infinitive verb, meaning AR, ER, IR, and then you obviously put the rest of your sentence. So I put one sentence in Spanish and then English. So we have tú prefieres hablar con tus amigos. You prefer to talk with your friends. So notice that I don't saying you prefer with your friends. You're saying you prefer to talk with your friends. So this has 2 in it. Now, That is it. It was a quick lesson. So go to the lesson page for today and complete the practice that's listed. It will be short and sweet to show me that you watch the video, you know what you are doing, and you understand it when it comes to using two verbs right next to each other in the same sentence. So, again, if you have questions, reach out to me. I will be taking care of my daughter, so I will try and check them as much as I can. I've been trying to email a few of you back as you've been emailing me, but reach out if you have any questions. Make sure to get that sub work done, period 5 and periods 2 and 4. You have some sub work inbound, which you may already have access to if you go to tomorrow's lesson. All right. Adios, chicos.